Bergen-Fischer Media.
Hey, it's Monday, here we go. It's the Call Me Tony Show.
Hey guys, it is Monday, January 13th. I want to start out by saying that I don't want this show to turn into my Monday morning complaint corner. That's never been the point of what I'm trying to do here. As most of you know, I believe in focusing on growth, connection, and making the best of life even when things aren't perfect. But I also believe in being real, and sometimes being real means talking about the hard stuff, especially when it's weighing on me. The truth is, life isn't always overwhelmingly positive. We all face challenges that leave us frustrated, hurt, or even disillusioned. Ignoring these feelings doesn't make them go away, it just bottles them up. So, while I try to keep this space constructive, today's episode is about addressing some of the more difficult emotions that come with living in a world where people don't always treat each other fairly. My hope is that by talking through these experiences, I can offer something meaningful, whether it's understanding, solidarity, or just a reminder that you're not alone. Today, I want to talk about something deeply personal and painful. What it's like to face false accusations, especially when they come from someone who holds influence or power. It's not just about the hurt these lies cause, it's also about the ripple effects they create in our lives, from feelings of isolation to questioning who we can trust. False accusations cut deep because they often twist the truth. It's not just an outright lie you can easily refute. It's a distortion that feels impossible to unravel. How do you defend yourself when the accusation contains a sliver of truth? It's like trying to untangle a knot that only tightens the more you pull. And the frustration of being misunderstood or misrepresented can feel suffocating. Facing off against someone who's abusive adds another layer of difficulty. Abuse is hard enough to endure, but it becomes unbearable when others who know about the abuse stay silent. That silence feels like betrayal. It's a loud, echoing reminder that people would rather look away than confront something uncomfortable. When others are blind to the abuse, when they see the abuser as a kind, trustworthy person, it's like screaming into the void. You're left wondering if anyone will ever believe you. When that abusive person has influence, the power imbalance makes everything worse. It leaves you feeling small, helpless, and vulnerable. For me, that kind of situation triggers old wounds from childhood. It takes me right back to times when I felt powerless against someone who had all the control. Those moments from the past come rushing back, and it's hard to separate the trauma of then from the reality of now. Part of me wants to fight back. I want to stand up and tell my side of the story. I want the truth to come out, but then the doubt creeps in. Who's going to listen? Who's going to believe me? Every word I say feels like ammunition for the other person to twist and use against me. So staying silent seems like the safest option. It's like that old saying, never wrestle with a pig because you'll both end up dirty and the pig likes it. But silence comes with its own price. The isolation it creates is heavy. It's exhausting to feel like no one has your back, especially when you know that people see what's happening and still choose to stay quiet. That silence from others can make you doubt your own reality. It makes you wonder if you're the one who's overreacting. Over time, that isolation makes you pull away even more. It's hard to trust people when you feel like you're walking through a minefield of potential betrayals. But withdrawing from community only feeds the cycle of loneliness. We're not meant to do life alone. Community is where we find support, encouragement, and healing. Without it, we start to lose pieces of ourselves. Now, I don't have all the answers to these struggles. I still wrestle with the pain of being falsely accused and the isolation it creates. But I do know that staying true to myself matters. Even in the silence, even in the frustration, I try to hold on to my integrity. One quote that resonates deeply with me is from Brené Brown. Integrity is choosing courage over comfort, choosing what is right over what is fun, fast, or easy, and choosing to practice our values rather than simply professing them. For me, this means trying to navigate these situations without becoming the person I'm up against. It means valuing truth and kindness even when the lies and cruelty of others feel overwhelming. If you're going through something similar, I want to remind you that you are not alone. It might feel like that, but your experience matters. Your truth matters. Even if others don't speak up for you, it doesn't mean you're not worth defending. Thank you for letting me share today. I know this topic is heavy, but I think it's important. If you've got thoughts on this or anything else I've spoken about, I would love to hear from you. Take care of yourselves, and as always, stay true to who you are.